I'm in my cozy pajamas and I'm ready to talk Hallmark. When I say I'm excited, like really excited to talk about these last 4 movies, I mean it. I was so impressed with these last 4 movies. 3 out of the 4 of them I have to add to my must-watch list. They were so good. So the movies I'm going to talk about today are Christmas in Love, Christmas at Graceland, Christmas in Evergreen, Letters to Santa, and then the last one, Reunited at Christmas. Let's start reviewing. Okay, so if you haven't seen my last Hallmark Christmas movie reviews, I started off with a format for each movie, and the format goes like this. It starts with the plot, the acting skills, set decor in the town, and then we talk about the coziness and my favorite scenes, and of course the overall of the whole entire movie. So for Christmas in Love, the plot is about Ellie Hartman, and she's an aspiring crafter working in her small town's bakery making famous Christmas kringles. When the new big city CEO, Nick Carlingson, he arrives filled with modernization ideas destined to lay off many employees. Overall, the plot seems pretty standard, right? I'd give it like a 4.5, but it really is such a good Christmas movie. I mean, all these Hallmark movies, they have a very standard plot, and it's really up to the characters and the actors to make this movie what it is. And the main actors really nailed it for this one. Acting, overall, I'd give the actors all 5s. Like, I thought they were all really great, and my scale 1 to 5, 1 being like not my favorite, and 5 is like I must watch this movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna like get detailed into like how well their acting skills are. It is a good Christmas movie that I would like to watch again, and that's all that matters. So as for the acting, I took down notes, so let me read them. Ellie's character is so giving. She's the lead actress. I thought she was just so giving and so cute. She's beautiful, and I just thought her and her love interest just had great chemistry. I really enjoyed them. And one of my favorite sayings from this movie was when she said, "I'm in the business of being personal. Some of us care more about people than the bottom line." And I just think that is so relatable and so true to nowadays. I think people forget that it is so important to be personal and to go outside and to communicate with people and to be one-on-one with them, instead of just, you know, texting somebody or, you know, giving them a call is a little more personal, but to be in person with people and to make that connection is so important, and we tend to forget that. So I really like that message in this movie. Also, like I said, I thought Nick was a good actor. Like I said, I love their chemistry. I thought it was really cute when she goes, "Safe is so boring." I was like, ooh, risque, Hallmark. As for the set decor in the town, I gave it a 5. Like, I felt very cozy, so my 5 would go to the coziness as well. I thought the town just was really inclusive, and there was great decorations. They had a lot of like lovely snowy aerial views of the town, which I enjoyed. The town felt very friendly, and like I said, it was fully decorated, which I very much appreciate. I felt a great sense of town cheer in this movie. The lodge outside, even though they were like joking that the lodge wasn't the best, I thought it was really well decorated. I'd want to stay there. I thought Eddie's Diner was absolutely adorable. I would probably be there every morning as well, getting a cup of tea and, you know, chatting with the locals. Also, I just love the fact that it was centered around this Carlingson bakery. I thought it was adorable. It's a Christmas movie without baking, you know? Love the tree lighting ceremony. I thought that was so amazing. There was so much about this movie that just encompassed Christmas, and I loved it. I just loved it. My favorite scene, probably, I don't know, there were so many scenes that I just loved, but I really liked when they were walking through town at night together and they were just, you know, talking about life. That's just the top of my head, that was one of my favorites. Okay, so now let's talk about the next Hallmark movie, Christmas at Graceland. Christmas at Graceland was about a working Chicago mom who brings her kids with her on a business trip to Memphis so that they can all visit Graceland during the week of Christmas. But she's thrown for a loop when she bumps into an old flame from her days as a singer in college. And the lead actress is Kelly Pickler, which I thought was a really great actress to choose for Christmas at Graceland. If you don't know what Graceland is, that is where Elvis Presley's home was, and they've preserved it to, you know, keep that spirit alive, and they make it all decked out during the Christmas time. I thought Kelly Pickler was a great actress. I wasn't too surprised because she's in the entertainment business. She's mainly a singer. She's now a host, I think, of her own TV show. And so I just thought, like, of course, she'll probably be a great actress, and she was. I really enjoyed the chemistry between her and her love interest. I'm telling you, these last 4 movies, the love interests and their chemistry, they're great. I mean, that other movie that I watched, I was not for it. I was like not feeling the vibes at all between the love of them, and these last 4 movies, each one, the chemistry was great. Let me read off my notes really quickly. Oh, we went over the plot, so the plot was good. The acting, the male actor was really cute also in this movie. And I love that there was a lot of singing in this movie as well. I thought that was a really nice tie-in because she has a beautiful voice, and I love that he sang also. The only thing I didn't love about the singing is I wish they didn't really sing. It sounded like they had a voiceover. I just loved if they just used their voices regularly over the voiceover. That's just me. I mean, it didn't make that big of a difference, but you could just kind of tell that it was a voiceover. As for the set decor in the town, I love the white tree in the scene with clay and all the poinsettias. And I thought it was very well decorated. I really enjoyed it. I mean, in the beginning, I wasn't so sure, like when they were at her house, I was like, I don't know. But the town itself was very decorated. So was the hotel. Even the hotel rooms were decorated. So I definitely gave that a 4.5. As for the overall coziness, I felt like it was a 4 with the plot and the town and the decor. Like overall, I felt like it was a sturdy like 4.5. I enjoyed it. The favorite scene of mine probably was when they did their Christmas mashup at the bonfire, but then towards the very end, you'll see they really do the mashup big, and I enjoyed that a lot. I thought that was a really cool little scene, and I'd like to have that Christmas song on my iTunes. I also loved the flashback scene. I loved the ice skating rink. I thought that scene was really beautiful as well. But overall, I gave this movie a 4.5. Like, I would watch it again. I don't like love it love it out of all of the 4 of the movies that we're talking about, but I definitely would watch it again if it was on TV. But it's not like a must watch, so that's why I gave it more of a 4. It's like Christmas Joy. It was just, you know, it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I need to watch again. So yeah, it was a 4. So now let's talk about Christmas in Evergreen Letters to Santa, because this was a really big first movie, hence why it got a sequel. So if you haven't watched Christmas in Evergreen, the first one, you definitely need to go watch that. I mean, you won't be confused about the second one, but it's just a little different. And it really is. I honestly think it's one of the best Hallmark Christmas movies of all time. The directing, the storyline, the decor, the town, everything, it was a 5. This one, it was a 4.8. I mean, it was great. I'm gonna tell you the overall already. It's a 4.8, and I enjoyed it. The plot is about Lisa's trip home to Evergreen for the holidays, and she finds herself shepherding an effort to save the town's beloved general store, fulfilling the wishes of a Christmas past and finding a romance full of Christmas magic. And I have to say, the only reason why I didn't give it a 5 is it was a little slow in the beginning for me, and then it really picked up in the middle to the end of the movie. So if it was all around super, you know, cohesive, I would have gave it a 5. But I don't know, it just wasn't a 5 like the first movie, and usually sequels aren't. But it was really good, and the new main actress, she was impressive. Like, her acting skills were great. And also, I loved about this movie is all the actors from the first movie came back for the second movie, and that was really nice. The main actress who was in the first one came in towards the end, and then all the townspeople that were in the first one that were noticeable were also in this movie, and I really like that because it just makes it feel like a true sequel. I hate when they choking. I hate when they add in people that just weren't there and they pretend like, or they replace the actors, you know what I mean? I can't stand that. It feels weird. My favorite scene from Christmas in Evergreen was when they were sitting on the bridge, all the lights were decked out on the bridge, and they were looking over and looking at the ice skaters ice skate, and then they decided to go ice skating on their own, and I just love that scene so much. It was so cozy. So the set decor in the town was just as magical as it was in the first movie. It had all the Christmas feels. The town makes you feel like you really truly want to be in Evergreen and celebrate Christmas there. One of my favorite little scenes of the movie was when her friend, the main actress's friend, was on a train, and you see this like aerial view of the train going through the snowy mountains, and I thought that was really beautiful. I mean, like the first one, it's decked out in Christmas decor. It really stayed true to the first movie. The just plot was a little bit different, but you know, Allie, who was the main actress in the first one, came in towards the end, and then all the local people who were there in the first movie definitely were there during this one. So I liked it a lot. 4.8. I know it's silly, you can just round up to 5. So yes, I'd watch it again. Okay, I'll just give it a 5. It was really great for a sequel, especially for Hallmark Channel. And yeah, I'm excited to watch it again actually and just get more in depth with it. It's always different the second time you watch it, you know? So the last Christmas movie that really got me, like wasn't expecting to like this one, was Reunited for Christmas, or Reunited at Christmas. And it was so heartfelt and like really just got to me. And what I mean by that is I actually cried in this Hallmark movie, and I've never cried in a Hallmark movie before, but the plot was just so relatable, and once I read it you'll understand. So let me just whip up the plot real quick. A child, Samantha, who spent every Christmas at her beloved Nana's house, building the traditions of fun and joy with her family. Sam is facing the first Christmas without Nana and still struggling to find the Christmas spirit when she gets a surprise. So I think this is relatable because everybody, when you turn an adult, the spirit kind of dims down a little bit, and it's up to you to bring it back up. And unfortunately, when you're trying to make Christmas feel like Christmas, it is associated with certain people. You know, being around those certain people make it feel a certain way. And I think a lot of people can relate to that, whether it's Christmas or just another occasion. You know, if you lose one of those people that make it feel like that holiday, it breaks your heart, and you feel a little lost, and you're not sure how to make it a new normal Christmas or a new normal holiday. So I don't know, it just really touched me, and I've experienced that. I lost my great-grandpa and my great-grandma, and I really spent a lot of time with them during the Christmas time, and it was just hard to find a new normal. And I still have, luckily, my 2 grandmas, so I'm so grateful to have them around in my life, and I just couldn't imagine losing them. And especially my one grandma's house, I mean, we always spend Christmas there, and to me that house embodies, you know, Christmas time, and it would be weird. Anyways, so I really enjoyed this movie. I also thought it was really cool how she didn't have to find a love interest in this movie. She already had a love interest, and something happens and they have to figure out how to make what they have work. And I think that is also really relatable, and you don't see that a lot in Hallmark movies because they usually are trying to, or they bump into someone and they become and fall in love. And I don't know, I just thought overall, I'm getting tongue-tied because like this movie really just threw me for a loop. I didn't expect to love it, and I really did. I give it a 5 all around. The coziness, the set decor, the town was adorable. I don't know. You gotta watch it. It was really good. Okay, that's a wrap on these last 4 Hallmark movies. We have a ton more to go, so I'm gonna keep inching along here and counting off on my app. If you haven't gotten an app, make sure you do. Count a Christmas Hallmark movie app. It is super easy to organize all the Christmas movies that you're watching. And thank you for watching this. I was told you guys wanted to see more of these, so I'll definitely make more. And I will see you in my next video. We have a lot of Christmas videos. Tomorrow's December 1st, so that's going to be the kickoff to all my Christmas videos. Alright, see you in the next one. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Mwah!